Hey again, Zooey277 here with another edition of the Mario Kart 64 VA Tournament Archive. Before we get started on the long haul, let's get the Stump the Fans question over with. If you may know Kazuya on the bottom left here, but how many different tracks did he win on in 2019 overall? The answer will be revealed on part 5 as always. On to Rainbow Road. Pretty much everybody's favorite track, plus maybe one of the longest ones. So long they had to make 3 sections out of it in Mario Kart 8. I think I mentioned that in a different week, but in case nobody saw that episode. Alright, on to the items. Oh, it's a shroom game for Dennison, while Kazuya is holding on to his lead with a single banana. Meanwhile, Trent gathering triple shrooms. Shroom game for both Trent and Dennison. And Melee Man picks up a star. Oh, and he knocks into Kazuya to take the lead. Talk about cutthroat sportsmanship. Which I technically do endure. Or in a way. Oh, bolt for Trent. Speaking of cutthroat action. But Dennison will have to wait to use his star as Kazuya with his triple shrooms. But now they're back to normal, so on with it. Meanwhile, Dennison getting his red surround circle. I call it the surround circle of death because the red shells seek out the other karters, while the green shells move in a straight line. But Kazuya getting a bolt in. How much can he cover? Odds are not very much. Yep. That's about true. Meanwhile, single shroom for Dennison. But he's got 2 more red shells to use. Anyway, it's that time again. Time for fun facts. Beginning with, of course, Dennison. This is going to sound very uncomfortable for some of you guys. But it's very weird that Dennison is actually a self-pedophile. Yeah, it's very weird. Because I remember past VA tournaments. Past tournaments he did go barefoot inside the lake house. Normal for most of the karters, but Dennison did widespread it in not only this matchup, but previous years as well. Like 2016 was one. There was no info about 2017, but we're not going to get further into this. It's because I really want to move on to the next player. Melee Man got his name because he was very good at Super Smash Bros. Melee, being the king of his own country. And then he decided to try another game and thought, well, maybe let's see how it goes in Kart. Alright. Meanwhile, Kazuya, oddly enough, this was his first time to the US, basically. That any of us know of, really. Yeah, I have nothing else about him, sorry to say. Trent. Well, other than a rocky start, he's kind of used to rocky starts because he came from the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. So, he was technically rocky at first, but yeah, he's been getting better, as well. And hopes to go from there. Anyway, on to the final lap, where Dennison has picked up a star, but he hits an item. Or maybe it was a chomp, who knows. Anyway, Bolt. Oh, and he's gonna get all 3 for sure. And on to a Deke. as he takes the lead again. And that's why some moments can go from last to first as expected. Anyway, triple shrooms for Kazuya, but Dennison better get used to getting his boo on. Oh, but it's not going to be useful at all. Another set of triple shrooms. What's Melee Man going to get? Another set of triple shrooms. I mean, Dennison had a perfect opportunity with all three of these people, and he's not using any of them. Anyway, triple shells. Oh. Wow, now Dennison uses his boo when there's no items. Normally, true strategery is to use a very powerful item. Is to have a very powerful item and steal it from them with a boo. Meanwhile, triple shrooms for Trent, but he gets hit by a Dennison shell and he will win the race. Trent second, Kazuya finishing third, Melee Man too little, too late. As it is a very tight race for first place. Talk about the last rookie versus veteran matchup. Could we possibly have another one? Meanwhile, Conga Line, Iron Melee Man has, he trips up Dennison in the process. Meanwhile, Trent, and sneaking into the lead. Well, snaking into the lead, basically. Anyway, and he gets hit with a couple shells, though, as he picks up a deke. Dennison picking up golden shrooms. Let's see how these guys fare after the uneven hurdles. On to Gallop's Alley. Because it looks like you're galloping over the 6 mini hurdles. Well, that's why we call it that. For those of you who don't know. Anyway, Trent having a boo. Still waiting on a powerful item, though. Anyway, Dennison with a blue shell in place. Ace, Trent better watch out, though. Triple shrooms. Trent, you gotta use your... And he doesn't use it. Wow. He could have dodged the blue shell with a boo. Ooh, there. Meanwhile, shell game for Dennison and Melee Man. And as Trent still hangs on to his lead and his boo, surprisingly. But Trent steals the star! Good strategery. I guess maybe getting hit with that blue might have paid off. As I can see this as being a wiser move. Sometimes. Meanwhile, shell game for Dennison and Kazuya. Looks like Trent better get in a move on here. As Dennison picks up a conga line. Fire your star! Fire your star! I mean, I knew the blue was coming. Trent, are you nuts? He could have fired a star and dodged a blue. Oh my god, another blue's coming. Trent, you better use your star right now. Alright, thank God. Blue shell dodge. Finally. Meanwhile, Dennison picking up a gold shroom. Trying to catch up with the fray. Meanwhile, Trent onto the uneven hurdles. Let's see how much his lead can keep up. But Kazuya is on his tail through Gallop's Alley, and Trent gets hit at the end. Something tells me that screen needs to get moving with every player. FYI, the Jumbotron is, like, pretty stationary. unnecessary on a side note. Meanwhile, Triple Reds. Ed's on Melee Man's end as he tries to catch up to Dennison and the rest of the crew already past the ramp. As Trent will close the win in grand fashion. Kazuya, second place. Dennison scraping the wall. All Melee Man having a cleaner run, but it's too much too late. Dennison will take it. In the podium of Wario Stadium. On to the scores. Dennison and Kazuya tied for the lead, and Melee Man and Trent, another double score. I mean, it's in the year 1611. 4 Karters are tied with those two numbers exactly. Which means there's probably going to be an anniversary coming in the year 3222. Ooh, for anyone who's still alive. I've been checking this out. Meanwhile, this has been Zooby-Doo77 signing off for now. Tune in tomorrow, or as we finish up the third quarter.